Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I was going through my wardrobe thinking about what to wear in one of my videos, and I come across a coat that I made 2 years ago, and I'm really proud of it. Although I don't wear it as much as I should, I am very proud of the sewing. So I wanted to go through it and show you what that entails today. So if that interests you, stay tuned. So a couple of years ago, I was making clothes, not really clothes that fit me, to be honest. I was just making clothes for the pleasure of making clothes. I had seen a video by Jessie. I'm sure you all know who Jessie is. And she had done a sew along on this coat, the Sapporo coat by Papercut Patterns. And it looks so simple. And the only other coat I'd made at this point was the Minoru. I can't say that. Minoru. You know the one I mean. I made the Minoru, but I hadn't finished it because it didn't really suit me when I put it on. And I thought because of the shape of this one, it might suit me a bit more. When I saw Sophia from Jessie do the sew along, I thought it looked so simple that I could do it. So I purchased the pattern and just decided to make the largest size. This is my finished product here. So I just thought I would go through this coat today and how I made it, show you and see what you think. So the pattern itself, as I mentioned, it's from Papercut Patterns. They're not notorious for their plus sizes. So if you're looking for a coat and you are plus size, I wouldn't be looking at this pattern, but I do love it. And I made it in the largest size. And although I can wear it, I can get away with it if I really wanted to, because there is no closure at the front. I don't wear it, but I'll go into why I don't wear it a bit later on. So here's the line. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let me see if I can make it big. That's the line art. You have to excuse my ring light. That's the line art. So it's really simple. It's a cocoon shape top, or not top, coat. So it's really simple. It's got inseam pockets, but not side inseam, front inseam, which I really like in a pattern. And it's got almost like, what do you call them? When the sleeves come across there, I can't remember what they're called. I'll put it on screen. It's got those kinds of sleeves and a little bit of a grown on arm, and then you add an arm extension to it. Now I'm going to read off my tablet the sizes it comes in. So bust size 32¼ inches to 44 inches. Waist is 24½. Oh, those days are long gone. To 36¼. Those days are long gone as well. And hips 34½ to 46½ inches. For reference, I am a 49 bust. This goes up to a 44. I'm a 46 waist. This is a 36¼ waist. And I'm a 56 hip, and this goes up to a 46½ hip. And so it's way under my sizes. But as I mentioned, I was at a time where I was just making clothes and I did not have the confidence to try and fit myself. So I literally was just making the largest size and hoping for gold. You know that saying that Einstein said, keep doing the same things over and over and expecting different results is a sign of insanity, or something. I'm not being very articulate, but that's essentially what I was doing. I was doing this, getting the wrong results, and keep doing it anyway. But in actual fact, because this pattern has so much ease, I did pretty much get away with it. The fabric requirements are for the self fabric. For the largest size, you need 2.8 meters, which isn't too bad actually for a coat. For the lining, you need 1.4 meters and 0.4 fusing interfacing. So that's not too bad. So if we look at the finished garment measurements, it's 54¼ for the bust, which is more than I have. I have 49. And then it just gives a finished sleeve length. I just went with the regular sleeves, which was a bit short in the end. This is a pattern, if you're interested, I will leave a link down below so you can check that out. So as mentioned, I saw Sophia from Jessily do the sew along, and so I did follow along with that, and she just made it so super simple. So if you are going to make that out, do check out her sew along. I'll link it below. So in terms of fabric, I only had one fabric in mind, and that was this one. I have just defluffed this, but how beautiful is that? I don't know if it's picking up, but it's like it's a blue, and it's got a darker blue, and it's got a nice texture to it. This fabric's an ex-designer fabric from Fabric Godmother. I must have bought this about 3 or 4 years ago, so they most definitely won't have it now. And I had this fabric for a while before I did anything with it. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it was a complete dream to sew, although I will say there was blue fluff. I will say there was blue fluff everywhere, and I did have to give my sewing machine a deep clean afterwards, but it was an easy, it didn't give me any trouble whatsoever. So yeah, I loved that fabric, and I still love it to this day. I think in terms of how much, I did pay quite a bit. I think I paid £45 for 3 meters. So while it is quite a bit of money for me, for ex-designer fabric, especially coating fabric, it's not a lot really. It was a bargain when I bought it. And for the lining, I just used a quilting cotton that I had in my stash. This was one that my husband had bought me when Rainbows, the local haberdashery, was closing down. I think he paid about £3 a metre for this. It's quite nice, and normally if you were making a lining for a coat, you would want a slippery fabric so that you can get your arms in and out. But because the way this is constructed, it's self fabric on the inside, so the lining just goes to the arm side, or just past the arm side. In actual fact, it was fine. So as mentioned, my favourite feature of this pattern is the pocket. I'll try and show you the pocket. This coat is so heavy to hold up. So there's the pocket, and the way it's designed, I've pulled the pocket out. Don't know if you see, but it is part of the actual main fabric of the main piece. Now I can't get it back in. And it just folds in on itself. It's such an inspired design, if I'm completely honest. And so that is my favourite feature. So you would just sew the facing. It has an ingrown facing. I'm going to have to insert B-roll because you can't see this properly. But that's the facing around the neckline, and it goes into the side right down to the bottom. And then you sew the line into the facing when it's all in the wrong way, and then you bag it out. You leave a little hole in the side seam of the lining, which you then hand sew later, which I've done there, and you can't see that it's hand sewn. And you also need to hand sew the lining to the armhole. Well, it's not an armhole, is it? It's an arm piece. Because it's such a long time ago that I actually made this coat, I can't go into too many details because my details are vague, and I'm just talking over what I do remember. I remember there's so much dust everywhere from this coat. I remember quite strongly thinking how easy this coat was to make, and that I wanted to make another. I never did make another because I need to grade it up, and actually I don't think the cocoon shape really suits me. I think I need more of a waistline in my coat. Afterwards, I remember being so proud of my finished garment, especially the sewing, and how good that looked. Look, there's the mitered corner, and that was the first mitered corner I'd ever done in a garment. I should have added a stitch there, but I didn't. There's my other mitered corner, and it hangs lovely. When I made the opium coat by Deer and Doe last winter, when I bagged it out, it didn't lay flat at all. It was a complete disaster, if I'm honest, but this has laid beautifully. It's hard to see like this. I'll insert some B-roll of me wearing it in the right way and also in the wrong way, just because I want to show off the inside because it is so beautiful. The arms do come up a little bit short. Now that is a feature design in the pattern. However, I can't bear my arms to feel the cold. And so if I made it again, I would make it down to my wrist length. And I might taper it in a little bit because it is very big. One thing I do remember when making this, because the lining of the sleeve piece is in self fabric, it was very heavy when I was sewing it. And it wasn't a problem because the fabric's just beautiful. But if I was going to make it again, I'd be mindful to buy a little bit more fabric because obviously I want the sleeve a bit longer than this, and because you're cutting 4 pieces essentially, you would need quite a bit more. Well, not because they're only small pieces. Probably need another quarter of a metre of fabric, I would say. I like the length that the coat comes in. I'm just not a huge fan of the cocoon. I thought the cocoon would suit me because where I'm big and the cocoon has loads of ease, A, it'd be really simple to fit, and it wasn't bad to fit, but B, it would suit me and hide all my lumps and bumps. But actually, I think the style of the opium jacket, where it nips in at the waist and then flares out, is a lot more flattering on me. So would I make this again? Yes, most definitely I would make this again. Ideally, someone would release a similar pattern that comes into the plus size range, and then I don't have to bother grading it up. But as I've owned this pattern for a few years, it is a possibility that I will grade it up. But then again, maybe not, because the cocoon's not really for me. I'm just thinking as I'm filming here, guys. In conclusion, I absolutely love this coat. I love the fabric. I love the construction, the way it was constructed, the ease of the construction. The instructions were straightforward, although I did follow the sew along, so that made it even easier. Changes I would make is I would make it a little bit bigger, and I would lengthen the arms. I like the length that it goes down to mid-thigh. I think that's a nice good length. Other than that, it's a lovely pattern, and who doesn't want front inseam pockets? I don't wear this very much though, truth be told, and it is just because it feels like it's too small because the arms are too short, but they're not. That's the design, but that's just how I feel, so it doesn't get much of an outing. I think I've worn it twice, and I wore it once to work when I had just made it, and then I tried it again about a year later and I still felt the same way. So it's a shame. I've even thought about selling this, to be honest, but for now, it's just sat in my wardrobe, and every time I look at it with a big smile on my face because I am very, very proud of this make. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Would you wear the Sapporo coat? Do you think it's flattering for your figure? Or what sort of coat would you wear? Are you going to make a coat this winter? As I mentioned in my makes video, I am planning on making the Kelly anorak this year. I hope I am anyway. I will be making a coat. If it's not the Kelly, it'll be something else. Oh, and those of you that mentioned that the Sherpa fabric might be too thick with the wax, I'm so grateful for all your comments because, you know, you guys raised a lot of things that I just hadn't considered. So thank you for that. And I am reviewing how I'm going to make the Kelly. It may be that I make a different coat altogether, but I've got 3 meters of that wax fabric, so I would like to make something with it. And so that's it. If you liked this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified when my next video will be released. If you haven't yet, do leave a comment down below, like the video if you like it. There will also be a blog post for this video over on my Ko-fi page, which is completely free to view. You don't need to donate. However, if you do wish to donate, that would be very welcome too. But please only donate if you feel you get value from my videos, as that's what I want to offer you. If you have any requests for the future, do leave them below. I am always open to requests. I can't promise that I will do every request that comes in, but I will consider them all. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my videos and interact with me, which I also really enjoy. So until next time, happy sewing. Bye for now.
You can fly higher than the sky.